chérie, chérie, le beau Paris.
Hello and welcome to Paris Set Me Free, mini photo critiques, tutorials, whatever you want to call them, it's up to you. Basically I talk about photographs that I've taken as I walk around Paris and the suburbs and try to give you some hints as to how to improve your photography by describing what I've done and why I've done it. Photography has two sides to it. One is the technical side and one is the artistic, more emotional side. And I think you need both in order to get the most out of this fantastic hobby, profession, activity, lifestyle. So, here I was. If I show you the original of this, there it is. Not too much different, I think you'll agree. If you look at that and the final one, haven't really changed much. And if you look at the one before it, you might recognize it. This is the one, literally, on the camera, the one I took just before. And you'll see it's a photograph from another video on the Notre Dame Dawn, I called it. And I turned right, as we're looking at this picture, turned right, walked towards Saint-Michel, the fountain, and before I got there, had this in my face, and was obviously struck by the two images together. We live in a violent society these days, and unfortunately this is amongst images of violence and images of sex. This is the sort of thing that we have on our streets today. It's actually entertainment. These are two films which we're supposed to go and see and enjoy, seeing people shooting each other. But I was just incredibly struck by the sheer violence of these two images together, not just one but two. Obviously in photography we look for repetition of a theme in order to make a photograph stronger, and you couldn't get much better than this. Two posters with big images of people pointing guns at us. It's quite scary, to be honest. I'll show you some of the others that I took as I was trying to make some creative decisions and get images which trying to complement these together. Trying to get, for example, in this image, whichever way you look at the poster, from the side or from straight on, he is pointing the gun at you, the camera. So it looks like he's pointing it at you. In this one, it's not so direct. It's off to the side. If you look at this poster straight on, then the gun is actually pointing away from you off to the right. But having said that, it's still quite scary. But depending on the angle that you take the picture from, you can make these two posters have a different relationship to each other. Here's another one. I went more off to the side so that Depardieu was really face on and the other guy. But as you move off to the side, it does look more like this guy is pointing more and more towards you as you change the angle. Here's another one with this guy. I took it more face on to him, but because Depardieu was facing the camera, it still looks like Depardieu is pointing the gun at us as well. There's another one. It was a choice of which one to take. Just as a matter of interest, this poster here is actually a rolling poster which changes, and the one that it changed with gave us this lovely soft-skinned Carla Bruni Sarkozy, and this guy pointing a gun at us, or her, or so there's all these strange contrasts and juxtapositions you can find as you walk around. But it was this one that hit me in the face, and here's the final version. Now I chose this one, which is different to all the others, because the difference being, in the others I went up really close. If you look at these, there's nothing telling you that it's actually Paris, apart from the fact that the text is in French and you've got this word press, which is spelt in the French way. The only one that had a bit of a hint outside the posters, I think, was this one. And I took it with this light which is a typical Parisian style light. You've got a little bit of blue sky, so you can see that it's dawn, and you can see it was raining. You can see the reflection on the street there. You've also got this stuff at the bottom, which I thought didn't contribute to the photograph, but I did decide to keep in this. And there's this guy here, and there's some street lights which are reflected in the poster, and I wanted to keep that to give it a sense of place. Otherwise it could have been any town anywhere, whereas this tells me that it's probably Paris. So there's the final version. Got rid of the orange stuff at the bottom completely. Okay, I'll let you into a little cheat. I very rarely do any real changing of the image in an image manipulation program after, but just have a look at this picture and compare it to this. Now when I cut it here, I actually had this corner was still in the picture, and it was annoying me. It didn't look very nice. If you can imagine, this thing here is completely surrounded by black, except for this corner where that thing was coming in. So I cloned this black area onto it and got rid of it. Also, with the change in the colours and so on, bumped it up a little bit. You know, playing around with contrast, and didn't really do much, but just made it a bit sharper. Look at his eyes there, and then compare them to the original version. There you can see it's a bit fuzzy, but the colours are still sharp, and look at the sky as well. That has turned into that. So it's a bit lighter, and it looks like I've also chopped a little bit off the top as well to make it a rather more horizontal sort of letterbox format, but not too much. The guy's come out, he's kind of looking at something, and you can see much more clearly the reflections of the light on the wet pavement there. So it's really one of those things that you can't plan again. Walking along and this hits you in the face, almost literally. It's really, I can't really say any more than that. It's you know, I guess I have to know when to shut up and just let the photograph speak for itself. If it's saying anything to me, it's with a touch of sadness about the fact that this is the sort of thing that maybe our kids, as they walk around, they see this on the street. If it's not almost pornographic images, it's images of extreme violence. In this case it's films, but watching the news every day, it's like how many people have been horribly killed today, and well, that's our society, and as photographers I guess we have to record everything, the beauty and the sad stuff as well. To be honest, I'll probably go and see at least one of these films and thoroughly enjoy it. So there you go. That's it for today. Thanks for visiting. If you want to see a high quality version of the photograph, go to parissetmefree.blogspot.com, and see you next time in Paris. Bye bye.
Depuis que je suis à Paris, le jour et la nuit, je suis gris. J'ai compris la douceur de vivre. Je suis fou de joie, je suis ivre. Depuis que je suis à Paris.